Now we are going to deal with chapter 13, which is about the part of speech, specifically about the structure classes. Structure class is a part of speech class. For instance, could, the, of, him, etc. It has a specific three characteristics, which are: first, they are recognized basically by position because they do not change form except a few, and they do not change form except a few of them. Second, a structure class has a small number of members. The largest class of them has 50 members only. Third, they have a stable membership and a closed class, as it rarely admits new members. Accordingly, structure classes are stable, small, and closed. In his book, Stackelberg presents 5 structure classes in chapter 13. They are qualifiers, prepositions, determiners, auxiliaries, and pronouns. Pronouns are divided as well into personal pronouns, interrogative pronouns, and relative pronouns. The first type of structure classes is the qualifiers. They occur just before an adjectival or adverbial. For instance, the child climbed skillfully. The dinner was good. Here in these two blanks, the words very and rather can fit in either of these slots. Accordingly, they are called qualifiers. The function of a qualifier is to modify an adjectival or adverbial. So skillfully and good. Skillfully is an adverb, good is an adjective, and the words very and rather can identify both of them. The adjective and adverbs that the qualifiers modify are called the head. In exercise 13.1, students have to identify qualifiers. As stated earlier, most qualifiers are uninflected words. Their form is fixed. However, by position, qualifiers can accept any form classes. This means that we can find nouns or verbs identified by their form, as in, the table was inches wide. The word inches is a noun by form, but it occupies the position of a qualifier, and its function is to modify the adjective or the head wide. Also, in the example, the water is boiling hot. Boiling is a verb by form because it takes an ing. Nonetheless, it's a qualifier by position, and its function is to modify the adjective or the head hot. In exercise 13.2, students have to identify the form class of the qualifiers. Another type of qualifiers have the same form as adjectives. For example, the word pretty in pretty good, or dead in dead right. The words pretty and dead, they are considered as qualifiers by position. These adjectives do not take er or est. They are considered as uninflected qualifiers that have homophonous adjective forms. Also, there are some noun phrases and idiomatic expressions that are used in the position of qualifiers and function as modifiers of adjectives and adverbs. For example, a great deal, kind of, a lot, etc. Some qualifiers have a limited distribution, which means they are not used with all adjectives. Examples like brand new, beastly cold, about exhausted. In these examples, the qualifier brand can modify new, but cannot modify the adjective cold. The same is true about the qualifier about, which may not modify the adjective cold or new, yet it can modify the adjective exhausted. The same is true concerning some comparative adjectives. For instance, the qualifier very do not modify the comparative form better, but can modify the positive form good. So we can say very good, but we cannot say very better. In the same vein, the qualifier much is used with the adjective better, but cannot modify good. So we can say much better, but we cannot say, or it is wrong to say much good. Students have to classify qualifiers according to their distribution in exercise 13.3. Thanks a lot, dear students, and see you next lectures.